Oh, oh, I'm live. I didn't realize I'm live. That's good. Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, I'm a rock with it this way. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Auntie Leah's in the building. What's up? Um, See, I don't be changing the settings or anything like that. Uh, but welcome everyone. The Jaguar Wright effect is in the building. What's up? Um, Kia Sanders, what's up? Let me do what I gotta do. Marlon Sanchez. Hold on. Yom J, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it do. Black Panther Creative, what's up? Mo Gigi, what's up? Um, y'all know what it is, man. I'm just Patricia Blair, what's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody in the building, I appreciate y'all. What's up? What's up? Y'all know what it is. We gotta ask a pertinent question. And the question is why certain content creators be capping, and I'm gonna call them out. I'm not even finna sugarcoat, play no games, and none of that. I'm gonna call them out by name. First off, y'all know what capping is. Putting the 10 on the two. What's up, Katie, Patricia Blair, Young Jay, everybody in the building? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. Look, look. It's a there's just a lot. It's too much lies that are being spewed. There's too much fear mongering that's being spewed on YouTube right now, and it's ridiculous. And the shit got to stop. You got to stop. So here's I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna address it. I'm not gonna repeat myself or none of that. Um, a lot of content creators on here capping for the views. So first. Okay, well I guess before I even say the first one, we got Jag in the building. What's up? What's up?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No, you're on time. You're on time. I was just about to get into the the cap station, and I was going to get into who. So let me just say it before you interject because um it is involving you and some content I produced for you. So just give me like I don't know, give me 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that, and I'm gonna
Oh,
lay it out
you
like this. Oh well, all right, here we go. So look, first number one. It's a lot of capping going on. And like I said, y'all know what capping is. People putting the 10 on the two, people putting extras on it, like super duper extras on it to sensationalize what it is that they're saying. They say things that are like maybe halfway true or just straight up lying. But these two instances that these people have told like half truths or not even half. I'll just say quarter, a third, not even a third. What's between a third and a quarter? I don't know. My math. But look, somebody, I saw a video and they dropped it last week. Um, what's his Noah Jacob TV. All right, Noah Jacob, I think that's his name. Noah Jacob TV. He dropped the video last week, and the title was something around the um, titled about Jaguar Wright almost being unalive after um, by Diddy's associates or something like that. That's what it said. Something like that. It was something like that. And that's, we dropped that last week. This content creator has like almost 1.5 million viewers or 1.5 subscribers, 1.5 million subscribers, and there's supposed to be a little bit of responsibility when it comes to how you disseminate information. So this person had a title that was clickbait. No one else was talking about this. I'm like, what's going on here? Some of Diddy associates tried to unalive Jaguar Wright. That's what the title says. So I look at the video, and he proceeds to talk about a few things that have happened like in the past. Then he played this video. Almost like it was an AI. It was an AI video, like an AI generated video. You could tell this wasn't like a person speaking. They put together some clips. They put together a bunch of old clips. They put a little bit of new stuff. So they put a little bit of like the current stuff that was going on with this Demore Hadley story. And he's reviewing this AI video. I mean, if he would have taken the time out to really investigate what this AI video was trying to convey, and I don't even know what the AI video is. I'm gonna do more research on it. He would have saw this something's off here. First thing that was off was this video was essentially saying some things that happened in the past with Jag. It tied in some things that are current. The timeline was hella off. It mentioned Jag interviewing Desiree Perez's daughter, and right after that, someone came and tried to unalive her and blew up her car. I said, that nah, this did not happen. They're putting out all kind of stories to, yeah, I thought he had integrity too, and I thought he was a Christian. So a Christian, there, what is it? They should not bear false witness. Um, yeah, dude looked like a whole clown because he was spewing some stuff that was factually not wasn't true. The timeline on that video was off. If anything, you could have did a little research and figured out, oh, this happened then this happened when she was married to her last husband. It was all off. Like y'all, I wouldn't even recommend checking it out yourself. But if you do check it out, you'll see that there's a lot of inconsistencies. But it's his responsibility to put the truth out there, put the real out there. And I'm just here to check him. So I'm checking him, just like I checked that one Twitter user who in December put out a whole bunch of. Actually, yeah, no, was this December or November? It was November, December. There was a Twitter user who made a blurb saying Jaguar Wright says that Tyler is a secret government op who is here to do X, Y, and Z. I ran down on that quick, got her in the Twitter space. That girl ran for the hills because I was like, dude, what are you doing? It seems like a lot of people think they can take information and put Jaguar Wright's name in it and it's just gonna fly. And that has been happening. One troll got it up to TMZ. That's a whole nother talk. But we're gonna put the end of it pretty much. We squashing all that. So Noah Jacob, you really should um, really reinvestigate that video you saw, or retract or take it because that sensational stuff, that type of, it's a form of witchcraft. If you really want to talk about it, you're a Christian, so let's talk about witchcraft. Witchcraft ain't someone taking some tourmaline stone and rubbing it this and doing all this and saying they no. If you lying, that's witchcraft. If you're supposed to be Christian and you straight up just lying, you're a witch or a warlock. If you're lying on people's names, if you running game, if you running you bearing false witness, you are a witch or a warlock. Let's just say it like how it is. If you're running sorcery, meaning AI, putting things together to make certain incidents seem like it was this a certain person said this and that, and it's not real, and you don't let the people know this is satire, this is not real, you're a warlock. I'm speaking to the other capper, Storm Monroe.
Well, hold on.
Storm
Before you
Monroe.
move forward, can we
Go ahead.
like really just understand this? Noah Jacob, I used to look at his content and I've noticed that he's changed. Him and those twins that you were talking about, Temper, they're not the same people. I mean, I know a lot of people think that all light skinned black people look alike, but they're really different people. Um, but this is the thing that bothers me with that. Noah Jacob hasn't talked about me since he started doing videos of trying to convince everyone that I was a witch. Because of something that was said on a broadcast with people who have been proven to be Jaguar Wright disinformationists. And you know who we're talking about. We're talking about Corey and his wife Marlena and their side lover who needs to be ducking and dodging ice viciously right now. Um, but at the end of the day, when I was on that program, I did everything that I did intentionally. I wanted to see who was going to run with it. I wanted to see who was going to lie about it. I never said I was anything. I said it takes one to know one. Now, I could get further into the detail of that, but just a blind, ambiguous statement like that triggered, I don't know, maybe 25 different videos of people saying, oh, she's a witch. Oh, she's a witch. She said she was a witch. She's a witch. She's a witch. She's a witch. Not true. Not true at all. Have I met a few? Yeah. Have I known a few? Yeah. Have they tried to recruit me? Absolutely.
I'm sure they
But
have.
when you start just running with lies and running with stories and not you can't call yourself a content creator. You can't call yourself a journalist. You can't call yourself you're not vetting any of your stories. You're not vetting anything that you're doing. But the one thing that he is doing is because he hasn't done a video on me in quite some time, all of a sudden he's trying to subliminally convince people that talking about the Demore Hadley story is dangerous.
Well,
It's dangerous.
that's why I was going with Storm Monroe because though these two stories, and I'm just talking about these two. I'm not talking about Marlena Big Teeth um, or the other guy. I'm talking about these two because that's the correlation. They are trying to pump fear into other content creators by with the cap. So go ahead, yeah. They he said that to put fear out there about you, your safety, about talking about a certain topic.
Well, not a certain topic, a specific topic. The Demore Hadley story.
I said a certain topic, mean anything involved with Rock Nation. It seems like
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
everybody's running now with Nicki Minaj going after Rock Nation, Jay Z. They're running with that, but they're not talking about it in
Demore.
total. They're not talking about the judges that were paid off. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But I guess we'll walk it all out because we'll talk about that. But they're putting fear in content creators and the people who watch stuff on YouTube and take it in as real news. It's like, oh my God, the Rock Nation is the biggest, baddest, and you shouldn't talk about them. So Storm
And look at
Monroe,
what they did to Jag. Look at what they did to Jag.
right?
It's
So
crazy.
Storm Monroe went yesterday and made a video speaking on the Demore Hadley situation, the Demore Hadley story, her case against her mother, and how they approached him first because he has a big platform. And he was like, okay, well, let me check it out. And then he said, well, they said you have to talk to my attorneys. And then he said, okay, and he spoke to the attorney, and the attorney said, "Well, uh, we need you to rock with us, and if Rock Nation comes after you, you got to be able to stand with us." And I'm like, number one, that's cap like a mother because I talked to the attorney. I didn't talk to him recently when we first started with the story. They reached out to us, and they wanted us. We can clarify. We can put receipts out there if we want. But they reached out to us. I don't know if they reached out to him. They probably did. I'm almost. That's why I said I'm gonna be like 25%. They probably did, but I know, and he has to produce the receipts if the attorney said that because that was never said or never even hinted at that. Oh well, they're gonna come after you and you have to nah because it's pumping fear.
No,
Number
that's
one is
not what he
complicated.
said. What he said was is that the lawyer, he said that Hilton said that they were looking for content creators that were going to come to court and fight Rock Nation. That's what he
Oh,
said.
hmm.
He said they
I
were
thought it
looking for
said,
content creators that were going to go after this story and not be afraid of Rock Nation
oh,
and be willing to
that's
go to
even
court
worse.
and
That's
fight.
even worse.
Yeah, because what they're saying is they're trying to disparage the Hadley's effort to get justice and to get it out to the public. It's a total lie. It's a total sham. And
That
basically,
that,
what it
that
makes it seem like is that they're trying to get people to run off. And man, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to fight these people. They go drain your power. Rock Nation is very powerful. No, no, they never asked for that. But what I do find it interesting is that now all of these stories are popping out after Demore Hadley has been gagged and cannot speak in the public anymore. And see,
bingo.
this is why we're right here on the front line. And this is why I'm glad that they trusted us enough to come to us with all of the information so that we could be here, so that we could speak with them, so that we could speak for them when they can't speak anymore. They're all going to come with 80 million trillion lion ass stories to scare people away from this content. They're going to do everything they possibly can do to make the Hadleys look like they don't have any integrity. Meanwhile, now everybody wants to talk about Ramir. Now everybody's talking about Nicki Minaj, which, by the way, on the low, everything that she's saying about Rock Nation is everything I've already said. It's
Oh yeah.
almost as if everybody wants to take credit for Jag moves as long as they ain't got to give credit to Jag. It's really funny.
Well, running back on what Storm Monroe said. So from what I heard, maybe I did because I was just so like what is he talking about? If he said that, where he said the attorney said that we're going to need content creators, that's definitely a farce, and I don't that don't even sound plausible. You get what I'm saying? Um, yeah,
Yeah, because what it's
cat,
saying,
just
it
cat.
sounds like is they're trying to line up Hilton to be
Well, that's what
sanctioned as well. That's what it
that's what
sounds like.
that's exactly why that's where I was going with this. The cap. Now this is turning into because now remember, this is the same guy who produced an AI video of some stuff that was supposedly said by you and it wasn't, and then there was stuff going on in the backdrop and all that. Yeah, I remember that. And then all of a sudden it got taken down, and then that story ran, and it did some other stuff too. I mean, we really got to start paying attention to these lineup content creators because they'll say some stuff to make it seem as if, and don't get it twisted. He had an affiliation with Tasha K. I'm under the impression that he is still up under Tasha K
Oh no,
because
I
it's the
know that
same
they're still
package.
working together. It is controlled opposition. They pretend like
Yeah,
they hate each other in the backdrop, but the second that he gets in trouble, she comes right in and she starts throwing all
it,
kinds of disinformation.
and everybody pay attention to the Tasha K situation. She ended up interviewing Demoria Hadley, and everybody stomped on her for that. She was that was a very bad interview, and it wasn't a good look for her. But immediately after that interview dropped, she comes with, "Oh well, look, I'm winning a case against R. Kelly." Where y'all got to look at that situation with R. Kelly, which was very suspect, and how she getting this information about R. Kelly. Pay attention to these certain content creators, man. They be having these alliances and these connections with certain people, and that's what they do: spread misinformation. Uh, I, I don't trust Tasha K for ish. Like she's not credible, in my opinion. Even though people, not she's just not credible at all. I don't see anything out there where people are like, oh, anything that comes to investigative journalism. I'm not looking to Tasha K. Now people are going to be looking to you, Jag. That's why they reached out to you and said, hey, we want you to interview us. And the story is still out there. I'm the producer of it. We still working it, and it's one more to go. Y'all look, just pay attention to who you're
You
really
want to
paying
know what I
attention to, who
find
you get news
interesting?
from.
Somebody just came through here to this chat. Somebody came through here talking about, oh, all y'all do is gossip and you don't ever show any proof of anything you say. That's not true. Matter of fact, how about we
That
look at
L
this?
person.
Yeah, yeah, whoever that was. But how about we look
Uh-huh.
at this little receipt see here that I got a that somebody put
Oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Well, we ain't worried about people talking about whatever. If you're talking negative in the comment section, you just right now I'm not even paying you no mind. I appreciate all of my Yum J, everybody, Auntie Leah. Appreciate you. Oh, I think I can make Yvonne one. So there you go. Bam. So we ain't worried about the detractors. That's why I said just pay attention to the content creators on the left, pay attention to the ones on the right. Who's on the right side of history? Like I said, they're coming to Jag asking for, hey, can you put my story out there? Her platform is growing, but if you can read what's going on and her highlighted comment that she put, that's real. They're shadowing, y'all know the word, certain content. I told y'all, YouTube picks chooses and picks is winners and losers. Um, and it's only evident. But yeah, if you are a person like I said, a Storm Monroe, he has a pretty large platform, a bunch of subscribers, and you putting that bullish out, and you getting these people to believe it. Again, another form of witchcraft. Person that came on here and said something about we don't have receipts. We ain't got to show you receipts. We just show you what we had. Go look at on the Jaguar Wright effect. Go look at those three videos of the Jamari Hadley story, part one, two, three. Part four is coming, and you you see for yourself. It's not about having receipts. Those are the receipts. The story is the receipts. In the story are the receipts. Anything that I'm putting my name on, I'm gonna make sure that it has credibility to it, integrity. I'm just not saying stuff just to be saying stuff. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, like there's a group of content creators that's just what they do. They're putting out garbage because they know people are gonna. Oh, they see that they'll click on it. Jared Wright almost what? So he has all those subscribers, and then everybody went over there to watch it. I didn't even check the viewer count or whatever, and then or how many people watched it. And then the situation with Storm, it's like, dude, come on, bro. What are you trying to do? You definitely a setup king. You and all those others, we know what y'all do. Y'all be saying stuff on YouTube to set up people's real life court situations. We peep that play. But yeah, why? Let's speak.
Not
Why?
just
Why?
that, not just
Why
that,
do these content creators
not
be
not
tapping
just
in?
that. You got to understand there's a much more personal attachment to that lying ass piece of dribble that he just threw around than that. See, I pointed out the AI video. I'm the one that broke it down. I did such a good job at it that's why the Hadleys reached out to us
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because they realized these are people that aren't going to be tricked and fooled by the nonsense. They can see it. Okay, we can talk to them. And guess what? Great conversation while they were able to still speak, which they're no longer able to do. But this is the thing. Part of the reason why I was able to do what I did was breaking down the Hadley AI video was because of the one that all of the ones that have been done on me. You know, it's funny because I remember I actually said, I want Storm to produce the metadata from that video, from the video that he took down. Produce it because it's a crime. Just like the crime against that video is against the Hadleys. It's the same thing. He can be held liable. Him
Yep.
speaking
That's why
up
he got.
and saying what he's saying and doing what he's doing isn't just because that's what, apparently is what's going around on the YouTube streets. Do whatever you have to do to dissuade people from looking at this video. Do whatever you have to do to get people to turn away. Do whatever you have to do. Talk about Nicki Minaj. Talk about Jay-Z's son that everybody can see. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. Oh my God. They could write an epilogue about how many different ways that boy is that man's son. It It really doesn't matter. They want to talk about everything but the Hadleys. The question is why is everybody so afraid to talk about the Hadleys? Maybe it has something to do with corruption. Maybe it has something to do with all of the government corruption. Maybe it has something to do with all of the doctors, all of the lawyers, everybody that's been paid off, everybody that's been moved around, because the exact same tactics that were used against the Hadleys are the exact same tactics that have been used against me by YouTubers.
Bingo.
See?
Yep.
Why are YouTube and Rock Nation using almost the exact same tactics to defame, destroy, and to terrorize people's lives? Well, birds of a feather flock together. If birds of a feather flock together, then maybe the very RICO action that Rock Nation is trying to avoid, maybe YouTube is trying to avoid it as well.
I mean, they're all in the same bed. Lear Cohen is who? That's like Lear Cohen is basically like Jay Z's Five
Mentor,
Days.
mentor, his
Lear Cohen,
mentor.
Lear Cohen is to Clive Davis as to Diddy is to yeah. I mean, Lear Cohen is to
Yeah.
Jay Z. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
I guess that's why they keep snatching down a lot of these weirdos' channels and they keep disappearing troll farmers one by one by one. Now all of a sudden they're acting like the guidelines matter. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Storm Monroe getting put on the hook for that AI video. Andre Turner titties having to sit there and answer to the fact that he actually helped push it around and disseminate it after it was already debunked so it could make it to media takeout so that they could then take the story and give it over to TMZ. I'm sorry, is nobody not seeing? These people are fighting for their lives. They are trying their hardest to convince everyone away from this story. So the question is what is our little train? What is our little platform going to do about it? What are we going to do?
Oh, we ain't gonna do nothing but expose it. Continue to expose it. Exactly what we need to do. The more people need to be aware of what's going on. Like how you say, then we start connecting the dots. Because I'm just throwing little stuff out there, but what you said and what they did to you, all that's real. All that is, you can track it. You can research it and see. Oh yeah, this is what happened, and this is what they do. That's why I brought up the little situation about the Twitter stuff that happened last year and how that made it up and made it out, and it was no validity, no like no one. They said you said it on the blue couch. You didn't say it at all,
Never said it at
and
all. They say I say all kinds of things. They do all kinds of lying. They make up all kinds of things about me. It's so funny. How is it that all of the liars are supposed to be more believable than the person that's been telling the truth? I don't get it. I don't get it. But Noah Jacob, that was a big mistake because the only thing he proved with that video is that he is a part of the YouTube mafia and that he's down with the fuck shit. The images of my car being blown up, that happened in February of 2023. All of that stuff that he was using, all of it is evidence of the gaslighting campaign that happened against me, all by YouTubers that are under control of Trashy K. Like that's what that AI video was. They're literally resurfacing old stuff of crimes that they committed against me and got away with because they were labeling it as reality TV and then reshaped it to scare people away from talking about the Hadley story. How many people on our platform have shared this video? We need more. This is what he did. The video that he presented, lying, saying that an attempt was made on my life for telling the Hadley story. All of this was done using imagery of what the YouTubers did to me in 2023. The same thing that Rock Nation did to the Hadleys. 2023, 2024, 2020. Like,
Yeah, yeah, man. So you see, I guess we answered the question why so many YouTubers, why so many content creators be capping for the clicks and the views, for the to keep the lie going, to CYA. There's a lot of different reasons why they're doing all that.
they're
I honestly
literally
think,
they are repurposing old lies to tell new ones. They're
yeah.
regifting lies.
But see, they bank on us not catching stuff. They bank on us not knowing. Like I said, them saying all that. It was number one. It was an AI video. It wasn't someone presenting evidence. Like, yeah, this is what happened. They've shown stuff that happened 2 3 years ago, and then correlated to something that recently happened to pump fear. Oh my God, Jaguar is an attempt on. So that's the man. The trickery, the trickery.
No, that's witchcraft. That makes Noah
Well,
Jacobs a
that's
witch.
a
That makes
warlock.
Storm that makes a Drizzle Monroe a witch. No, because they some hoe ass bitches. At this point in time, there's no way of getting around that. What I do find funny is that Noah Jacobs has always tried to herald himself as this big Christian who's fighting for the people and whoopty whoopty woo. And yet you caught up in the same hobo shit. How many Christians are you over there leading astray?
Yeah,
Like seriously, why you sitting over there playing, playing in God's face?
bearing false
You can't
witness, right?
you can't ever say nothing about me again after that foolishness you just pulled, sir. Ever. Meanwhile, trying to gaslight me and trigger me into having some kind of breakdown so I'll lose my mind because all of those things you showed, they really did happen to me, but it had nothing to do with this story and it had everything to do with YouTube. Go ahead, man. I'm a, I don't, I,
Well, that's pretty much it. I was just calling them out, and I said I wasn't gonna be here long. I ain't got to spend too much time on BS like that. But I'm bringing it to people's attention. Like, look, why are they spending so much time misleading their subscribers for the clicks and the views, for the sensationalism, to cover their ass? There's a lot of different factors, but overall, it ain't right. Um, even if I saw a YouTube video and I'm like, oh no, there's something wrong here, I wouldn't even air it. This ain't this is not correct. I wouldn't air it. Now, Storm, on the other hand, capping like that, man, that like you're saying some things that well, I'll just say it like this: the attorney never reached out to us and said any of that to us. So why would he specifically say that to you?
Number
He
one,
never
why did he
asked us
wait
to
so
do
long?
any of
No,
that.
why did he wait so long to have anything to say about it at all? If they came to you first, oh, well, we suggested you go to Candace Owens. What? Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Because if there's one thing I can tell you, after 5 years of being able to see how this person operates, I know when he's lying. I know when he's telling the truth, and I know when he's telling bold faced lies. And guess what? That entire video was a bold faced lie. He couldn't press the end button fast enough because he was having a hard time choking down every last one of those lies that he was telling.
It was about
I
about
think
four and
it's
a half
time.
minutes worth of live.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this is what they want, and yeah, this is what they want, and yeah, this is what they want people to do, and they want content creators to do. No, they don't. No, they don't.
They never
No,
asked for
they
that.
haven't. No, they haven't.
They never
No, they
asked for
haven't.
that.
Never. And neither did the attorney. But y'all want to come around and y'all want to sit here like, can you make it more obvious what you're doing? See, the problem is the people that get told the truth. Y'all see the green screen that I have up here of the comment that I made, of the comment that was made on the channel. Yeah, they turn off all of the real people and they turn up all of the liars. It's crazy.
Yeah, now that's true. I have another account where I don't really follow any of the trolls like that. I call them trolls, and I just you and Khadijah Lynn, and people that are that to me are credible, right? And I rarely get your notifications or anything about your posts, but they will put in, Tisa. They'll put in, the whatever T blog, all whatever they're doing. I see a new one, and I know who this person is. It's a AI video of a white. It's an AI white character with some headphones, saying my name disparagingly. Okay, I already know who that is. And yeah, they're trying to make this a thing where they have their animation, then they're talking, or it's
Sweetheart,
AI.
sweetheart, angels of the
It's a
night.
remix.
I know who you are and I've seen you for quite some time. Do yourself a favor. Please retract that comment. Ain't nobody asked you to come through here doing no
What
commercials
was
for
that?
anyone else.
What was that? Let me see.
Please
I don't
stop.
even see.
Please, no, no. Angels of the
Oh,
night used to
oh,
come
okay,
around.
yeah.
Angels of the night used to pretend to be a supporter.
Oh, yeah, I see
Angels of
that.
the
I see
night
that.
used to do a lot of stuff. And Angels of the night is probably one of the messiest subs that I've seen. And God knows, I don't know how long you go from one channel to another channel to another channel to another channel. Goodbye, dear. Goodbye.
Look,
Thought you cared so much
well,
about justice for Aaron Carter. You don't seem to be that interested in it anymore.
nonetheless, the point I'm making, well, the point I was making was just just watch the content creators you are who's being forced on you. Because like I said, I'll sub to certain content creators and I don't get the notifications. I don't I make sure the notification bell is on. And yeah, they pick and choose who they want to win and who gonna lose. That's pretty much how it is. But I mean, we ain't complaining. We gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. Um, I appreciate everybody, tuning in to all on Front Street because we're making noise over there. We're gonna continue to build over there, and y'all just gotta understand when you have certain content creators or when you have certain entities running certain social media organizations, and they've been given the instruction. Oh well, yeah, kick these people off, kick this particular person off. This person can silence this person. That's un-American, very un-American. I think someone was talking about something being un-American, and they took it they took it to the they took it out of context. I'll say it like that. Freedom of speech is American. When you block someone from saying something that's pertinent and real, it's not like I'm out here saying lies. You shouldn't be able to muzzle that individual. But if they own the platform, okay, that's just what they do. All right, it is what it is.
You want to
We're
know
gonna
what
still
else is
keep.
supposed to be considered un American? Monopoly.
We're
People aren't
supposed to
supposed to
be.
be able to run monopolies in business where certain people are the only people who are running things, pushing things, moving things. But that's exactly what all of this is. Mm. It's just really
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, man.
Because the truth is, it don't look like America is America anymore. What it looks like is we're living in some Amer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is anymore. When it gets to the point where Cash Patel is talking about if this person gets to keep their job, I may have to resign.
And I'm not mad at him, but that's pretty. That's by design. They don't want him where he's at because they don't want people who really gonna make the change in certain positions.
No, but
Um,
that's kind of disgusting because he was literally legitimately appointed by the acting president. So now the people that want the lies to keep moving, like, I mean, I just find it funny. Is everybody not looking at exactly how out of control AI has gotten? Because now we got the AI Jeffrey Epstein video, and, and that was being pushed by Bondi. And now, you know, salute to certain content creators who seem to be paying attention to or leading in the same direction as some of us are, who are in the know a little bit further ahead, whether we say it or not.
well, I know.
How many times have I said I think it's a problem with Comey being ahead of the prosecution team? How many times did you hear me say that?
Oh, lots of times. And now there's an issue with the case supposedly, with some one of the witnesses being law enforcement and a
No, not the witness.
prosecution. I mean,
The
one of
new
the
juror,
jurors, the
Mr.
juror.
Juror 25, who's been running around doing interviews even though he wasn't in the deliberation room. He's running around here talking as like a YouTube expert. He's running around here doing all kinds of crap. And guess what? Apparently, the prosecution knew he has a background in law firm and was told, a background in law enforcement and was told not to disclose it. Hmm. I tell you one thing, if somebody at the DOJ is afraid of how the diddlings and misdeeds is going to affect exposing the government, and you got the ability, oh, and let's not forget, Comey's father, New York State loyalist, and he was employed at the DOJ.
Hmm.
Yeah, her daddy was DOJ, which means her
Wow.
daddy knows Miss Bandy.
Yep. Well, I know one thing for a fact. These these MAGA people, if they turn on Trump, and that's what it's looking like, it's going to be interesting because they had certain expectations. They thought they were going to get the truth about certain stuff, and okay, I guess
Understand
you don't like
this.
real life.
Understand this. They want MAGA to turn against Trump. They want Trump to lose all of his supporters. They want Trump to lose his base. They want to make him look bad so that they can find a way to get an impeachment so that they can get their people back in there before the truth starts spilling out into the streets.
I hate to
Y-
say it, no one's even talking about Biden because they're worried about Trump starting World War III, but they ain't talking about Biden damn near doing it 3 times, taking the Russians' gold money. Well, I ain't gonna go there because then that'll really get the channel taken away. See, there's certain information where it's like, you know what, that ain't my realm, but I study it and I know what it is. But like you say, yeah, they'll have people they want theirs in there. And that's
Give
why
him,
Elon
but
was doing what he
no,
was
but
doing.
wait a minute. But look
Elon
at that.
started his.
Look at that. And guess what? Ding, 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 cat. Thank you for being one of the people to remember that. Comey's daughter was the lead prosecutor for the Epstein trial.
Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of funny stuff going on.
That ain't funny. That's all cat.
No, no, that's funny. Like, yeah, funny. Like, how I used to be like that. He funny, not funny, haha, but funny, right? Remember how I used to say that? The old folks, oh yeah, he's funny. They used to say it like that.
Hmm. I hear you, Pat. Listen to me. There's a lot of people that's running around playing God. There's a lot of people running around playing God. The question is this: what do we believe? Because it doesn't matter how many stories they tell or what they lie about. What matters is that you believe. Because see, they do all of this to try to convince you away from what you know in your heart to be true. I don't care how many millions of people tell the same lie. It's not going to make me buy into it.
Mm.
Like it's oh, rare sense. I stand with Bondi 100%. Wow. Wow,
Okay.
you
Well,
stand with Bondi? So
well,
you
that
you you
they have a right to do that, just like
thank
people have a right to
thank you
listen to
thank
books.
you for subscribing, rare sense. Are you sure you want to live on that? What about Ghislaine Maxwell? What about Musad? What about all of that? Don't come through here talking about Musad if you're not going to talk about Vladimir, the fake DJ.
Oh damn.
Because allegedly, word on the street, he Musad. How many views did you give him this past month or two? Stop.
Mm. Mm.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to come through here? Captain? Yes, she was. Yes, she was the lead prosecutor for Ghislaine Maxwell. And guess what? If what the DOJ is saying now, then that means they put that woman in jail for absolutely nothing. So exactly what are you standing by? See, this is the problem that I have with you people. You people who call yourself American and think you're intelligent. It's the DOJ and Bondi that's saying that there is no list, that nothing ever happened. They AI'd a video with a bunch of crap, even though there's a whole minute missing, which is all the time a skilled, assassin would need to snap somebody's neck. Now, they got all of that going on. They prosecute this woman, they throw her in jail for now what they're saying never happened or wasn't real.
Like I said, a lot of
So once
funny
again,
stuff.
I want you to think about that and all of this coming from the same direction. What it sounds like
Like,
is that they got their A team for who they got out there fixing stuff.
yeah, and like I said,
Yeah, she
funny
was the
stuff.
prosecutor. She was the
Remember,
prosecutor. She was the prosecutor. She was the prosecutor. Yeah, yeah. It seems like they got their A team for fixing.
funny stuff all the way around. That's what I see. Um, let's not get
I
too
don't
far
understand how
off
you can say
topic.
you did your research, rare sense,
Yeah,
and you don't
hey,
see
let's not
exactly.
get off.
No,
Let's
I'm
not get
not.
off
I'm
topic.
I'm,
I
I'm
don't.
not
Let's
getting
not
off
even address
topic.
rare sense. Let's not address rare sense because the topic wasn't even really about that. Now we're talking about something else. Um,
We're talking about
because
fake news. We're
we're
talking
talking
about
about fake
AI.
news. We're talking about why content creators be capping. So I don't want people coming in here to try to control the conversation by, putting stuff in the comments because I don't even pay attention to the comments half the time. I appreciate everyone in the comments though, uh, but people that come in here to try to get us to talk about something else that takes the topic way off course. We well, it ain't you ain't doing that to me. It's focused for me, but we're not gonna do that. We just gonna keep it on topic. And yeah, it has something to do with it because we started talking about other fake news. But Pam Bondi, she needs to resign. That's it. Now, moving forward, uh,
And I
um,
appreciate you for being a supporter, but you have to make sure these are transcripts. See, people get to go back and they get to read these transcripts. We have to make sure that the information that we're leaving here is clear. If you're agreeing with what I'm saying, that's fine. But understand this, when we write our comments, let's make sure that we're writing our comments so that they make sense. Because other people do go back and they do watch these things and they do look at these things. Let's care about how we're sharing our information.
Yep.
And we appreciate you for being a supporter. But let's make sure that nobody gets confused. The best way to support us is by upholding the truth by any means necessary. We gotta do that. There's too many lies. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. My apologies.
No need to apologize. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't have too much to say besides what I said already. And I'm sure there's going to be some people saying something about, oh, well, you know, well, what I said was what I said, and I'm not taking anything back. All I'm putting out there is, if you're gonna put something out there, make sure it's right in this exact. As far as conversation that you had with someone, which more than likely was fictional, and you already not credible, you know, your subs need to be looking at you like, oh, is that right? Well, go ahead and prove it. Is that like the person came in? Where's your? This is gossip. Where's the receipts? Who are you talking about? You ain't talking about me. We produce over here. We produce the truth. So anyway, we appreciate everyone on here. Jag, you're gonna go live in a few, right?
Yeah, I'll post something up.
Yeah. No, everybody's looking forward to it. There's a whole lot going on, but I think um, you know, all the fear mongering and all that. Oh, you this person. Nah, y'all stop with that. These people are not almighty. I know y'all call him that H name. That ain't him. Trust me. Uh, like I said, there's retribution to be paid from that one organization, from that one nation, and they know what it is. Okay, but they will have their millions out here batting for them. Like, oh yeah, you know, oh, you should be afraid. Oh, no. Don't be afraid of anyone, and that's the moral of the story. People be on here lying, want you to be afraid of. Oh, be afraid of the government, the rock nation. No, no.
Understand this, rare sense. This isn't about anybody asking you to fall back, and this isn't about anybody picking it up. But if you have pertinent information, sharing it with us is one thing. Get your channel going. Share it with everyone. Don't just be an information, passer around her. Share it with everyone. We have people that have all of the everything that we're talking about right now. These content creators have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers. We don't have enough people telling the truth. If you got information, good information that the world needs to spark up alive, create a video. We need all the help we can get. Don't
What I'm
leave it
gonna
all
do
up to
right
us.
now, what I'm gonna do right now, because I don't like what I've already talked about. People being in the comment section. I get it. I understand. Not on topic though. Whoever's in the comment section, you're not on topic. Mods, get them out of here. Because I don't even want them interacting or saying anything. Because it's like, you know, I know we steered off into the left a little bit, but let's keep it on topic. And yeah, start your own channel. Because then what you do is you open that up for us to bring you on. Because you know, I'll invite anybody else who wants to talk, debate, whatever. I invite whoever who wants to engage. Let's do it. You say I'm wrong or I'm not, or I did this, or hey, all right, I'm man enough. I'll send you the link. Let's talk. Let's debate. if there's anything to debate. But yeah, from here on out, that's what I want. Just you know, we I mean I don't entertain the chat like that either. Though you get what I'm saying. But y'all know what it is. You got someone in here that's trying to be an agitator and it's not pushing the conversation forward. Block them anyway. Um, yeah. In rare sense, if you want to get over to Jag's channel when she goes live, go ahead. Y'all chop it up. Y'all you know
There's
you could
nothing to
say what you want to
say.
say there.
There's nothing to say other than if you got good information that the public needs to hear and know, don't be afraid to share it. Because everything that we're telling you guys, that's what this live was about. These two content creators with large platforms literally got online and created fake and false stories to scare people away from justice for the Hadleys. That's what this live was about. Am I wrong?
Nope, not at
Do
all.
do more than be brave in the chat. you know? And salute to Auntie Leah, for the work that she's doing. And salute to Art Angel Michael. And salute to Nick's Mountain. Go salute to all of the content creators. Salute who are our moderators of ours who have joined up and want to get the truth out there. We gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep building and getting stronger. And for
Indeed,
crying
yes,
out loud, if
indeed.
there's anybody who wants to start a podcast, huh,
Well, yeah, if you
holler.
do, just
Let
reach out
somebody
for
know.
real. Yeah, reach out. We making them happen. We producing them. So, um, but nonetheless, I ain't gonna hold you. Um, anything else you want to say?
Nah. Look, I came through here. I came through. Wingman. Wingman.
Now,
That's it.
appreciate it. And yeah, y'all hit up Jag's IG, hit up Jag's website. We got something coming next week. It's very was special with Dr. Randy Short and Jaguar. Just man, all I gotta say is just go hit the IG, hit the website. If you're interested, then tap in. And it's not gonna be on YouTube. I'll just say it like that. Hey, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? A lot of stuff was just taken off of YouTube because you already know what YouTube is. If you ain't figured it out, then yeah. But definitely tap into Jaguar Wright Uncensored. Tap into all on Front Street. Anywhere you get pods, that's Deezer, that's Apple, that's Amazon, that's iHeartMedia, that's Spreaker.
Spreaker, right? Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere you get podcasts. If you type in Jaguar Wright Uncensored, if you type in all on Front Street, that's where you're gonna find us as well. And guess what? If you want to be on a pod, hit us up too, because we're open. It ain't just Jag and I talking. We you want to get on it? Come on, speak on it. That's what we're doing. All right, y'all.
Sounds like a plan.
That'll work. Okay, well, you say you don't know when you're going
Yeah, in
live,
a
but
little bit.
okay,
A
I'm
little
I'm
bit.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be there.
Well,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
y'all.
need your help for this.
Oh yeah. Of course, of course. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got the Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Have mercy.
That's well, we'll give him a little bit of
I'm sure that's
little
exactly what he
preview.
looked like when he was looking through all his fake Diddy videos.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Where are they now?
Where
This
are
is the
they
next
now?
bag. Where are they now? This is just a few of them. I ain't gonna give them all away, but this is
Where are
just a
they
few of them.
now? We see where
Where is this
Garfield
person?
is, but where are they now?
You Okudo.
Mm-mm-mm. You are
Where are they
Buddha.
now?
You are Buddha.
Yeah,
Huda,
y'all.
Huda came
That's
down on my duty. I
that's
can't.
Scooter through the dirt. Now number do this. Yeah, where are they now? They hiding like a mug. Yeah, I think that's what we're going with it. On Jack's next live, and yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna be there to help. Like I got to. So we out this piece though, right? Peace. Peace.